Today, we're going on a special journey to explore the dark side of Evade, its most hated maps. What sets these maps apart isn't just their design, but the profound and enduring distaste the community harbors for them. So brace yourselves as we dive into the compelling reasons why these maps have earned a notorious reputation among players worldwide. First on our hit list is the notorious Four Corners. Imagine a maze with four corners, an ominous hallway stretching into the unknown. It's the kind of map that separates the pros from the noobs. Picture this. You're navigating through the tight corridors, heart pounding, and suddenly, an unexpected turn. A next bot. It's a nerve-wracking experience that can leave even the most seasoned players on edge. The simplicity of the design hides a complex challenge, testing not just your reflexes, but your ability to anticipate danger from every corner. Now, why do players hate Four Corners so much? Well, gameplay-wise, Four Corners is pretty easy, though the reason it is hated is due to the fact that most players would pick this map more than anything else. It's gotten to the point that this map was removed just because of that. Next up, we descend into the darkness of Complex. Multiple malls, a giant underground parking lot. It's a maze of abandoned structures and broken vehicles. Navigating without a light is a challenge in itself, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The darkness isn't just a design choice. It's a gameplay element that adds an extra layer of difficulty. The feeling of isolation, the abandoned shelves, and the broken vehicles contribute to a sense of unease, giving the entire map an almost liminal, otherworldly feeling. Why is Complex in this list, you may ask? Well, first, Complex is a removed map, and the reason of its removal is because of lack of players that are interested in this map, meaning it rarely gets picked. It is too large for a map, and it feels empty when playing it even with 15 players. And it didn't fit the changing vision of the game, and the worst part is because it's too laggy, especially for mobile players. Now let's talk about Kyoto. A breathtaking mansion with Japanese architecture, candlelit rooms, and courtyards that could be straight out of a horror film. It's as beautiful as it is treacherous. Kyoto, with its dozens of rooms, each with lit candles, beds, and sliding doors, creates an atmosphere that's both captivating and intimidating. Kyoto's unique blend of beauty and danger sets it apart. The elegance of the architecture contrasts with the ever-present threat of danger. As you navigate the courtyards and balconies, you're constantly torn between admiring the scenery and staying vigilant against potential adversaries. It's a delicate dance that requires both skill and strategy. I rarely see Kyoto being picked, and when it does, players hate it so much. Probably because it is too small, too narrow, making it difficult for players to survive, especially on special rounds when you get double trouble, survive Bobo, or worse, Angry Muncie. Next is Desert Bus. Now you might be surprised that Desert Bus is even on this list. But that is because the more experienced or so-called pros of Evade thinks of Desert Bus as boring, repetitive, and most of all, overrated. It's basically just a flat surface with a bit of structures. Just like its name, it's supposed to be boring and desolate, like a desert. The Death Maze map is an expert-level map that can be described as a huge maze that has brick walls and tiled floor. This map is always being played during the nighttime, making it hard to see because of the darkness. Besides that, the map has a number of metal gutties scattered around it that will eventually fall. They don't kill anyone but can block enemy players that are passing by. Obviously, this is just maze, but worse. Have you ever played maze with darkness as the special round? Death Maze is basically that, but for the whole 3 rounds. Plus, it's confusing as hell. I don't know anyone that actually enjoyed this map. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your most memorable moment in these maps? Do you have a favorite strategy that never fails, or have you been caught in the crossfire of an unexpected ambush? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's make this discussion as intense as the maps themselves.